Every living entity is a thought. It has been almost 23 years since I left India, studied in Toledo, Ohio, and settled in New Jersey. The busy life of the US is not new and sensational to many, as we have thousands of Indian families living here, especially in New Jersey. Sometimes we live in mini India, and we get everything here now compared to 2 decades ago. This place is a cultural mix of all different types of people. When I first visited New Jersey, I wanted to avoid settling there due to the high traffic and crowd. No one would reach any place on time. I like quiet places and want to be alone always, as I enjoy meditating. I love Toledo as it is calm and peaceful. We create sankalpas every day, good and bad, thinking it is good for us. We are unaware of many things these desires bring us. I want this. I want to do this. I will finish this. I cannot live without this. Once we make this desire, it becomes our charioteer. It drives the show. Sometime later, we don't like all our desires or plans, but for others, our family, and peer pressure, we continue the desire to where it takes us. These sankalpas we create are only for individual benefit. Even if we try to help others, they are surrounded by hindrances. Rishis and acharyas of the East, especially the Indian subcontinent, took several desires that were hard to follow. Still, at the same time, the austerity of those desires was not ordinary as the ones that normal human beings like us do. Their wishes were bound to the welfare of humanity. They investigated the truth by devoting their time constantly, consistently daily, and explained what was behind the curtain. The inherent force of the cosmos that is expanding all the time can take form and manifest in anything. Ignorance and intelligence in all living beings are defining entities in understanding both microcosm and macrocosm. Rishis believed in God, and their austerity and disciplinary life are examples. But from an atheist point of view, that might look different and absurd. An atheist can be a very good man among all men, helping others and serving the world and animals. He might believe in nature, and not precisely like a specific god, or he might not believe in anything. Birth and death are 2 critical forces and milestones in anyone's life. It is not that he only is bound by them, but they also surround the karma of others. So, both these things don't happen that easily. A child born with some defect in the body will affect the entire family as it affects everyone's karma. The death of anyone affects the children and everyone living in the family. Apart from these 2 milestones, all that happens in the middle is considered suffering. No one can bring who is dead, so all others come on console and say the same thing to make us understand one grand truth about death. Birth is considered a blessing if the child is healthy and good. Let me give a string of thread to bundle it. You do it for 10 minutes, and I ask you to remove the whole and retrace the whole path similarly. Will you be able to do it? That is how the karma of each human being is wound into this samsara. It is complicated and a waste of time and energy to go over every winding of the thread and to analyze everything that happens in one's life. Also, death and birth cut or connects this bundle into several other bundles as they are connected to us by thoughts. Every living entity is a thought. Imagine our family member living far away from us. How they affect us is only by our thoughts. Returning to all entities' ignorance and intelligence, everyone has their capabilities. We cannot fly like a bird. That intelligence is its strength. As human beings, we can do many things but not fly. I cannot live like a turtle who can live in both water and land for several days. We cannot suck honey from a flower like a bee. The intelligence level of humans and capacity and capabilities are also limited. We can enjoy honey after 1,000 bees collected from 100 flowers. True intelligence is to do everything at all levels and always. Ignorance is another facet. When discussing desires earlier, who will make a vow without an intention to complete it? Everyone wants to. But after some time, when we don't like our relations, friends when they don't behave how we want, we don't like the job as we get frustrated. Ignorance in human beings is based on their interest. The more they are interested in their personal life, the higher their ignorance level may be. Sri Tapavan Maharaj asks how ignorant a man would know about the form of God or the formlessness of God. Water is universally present. It exists in different forms based on the place where it exists. In the Himalayas, it exists as ice solid. In rivers, it exists as liquid, and in air, it is a vapor. The 5 elements transform into different degrees. To understand water, we must investigate the intermolecular forces that bind them. The beauty of water is phenomenal, and I can write a separate synopsis of how it is spiritually made. From a chemist's point of view, I can vouch that it is the best of God's creation. So, ignorance in us has to be destroyed by improving our available faculties of intelligence. That's what rishis, yogas, and siddhas explored and defined. Inside that karmic bundle of each of us lies a unique entity that governs the entire course of everyone's existence, and will lead the thought of improvising the faculties till reaching its goal. That goal is indomitable, unavoidable, inexcusable, or unexemptable. The goal is liberation. This channel talks about Hindu scriptures for the benefit of young generations of Indian diaspora to understand about our Vedas, Upanishads, and epics.